So a couple days ago, I posted on my story, ask me anything, Q&A stuff. So I'm gonna finally answer all these questions that I've been meaning to answer but haven't. Ignore the room and the caca stains on the microphone or whatever that. This question comes from Instagram user Salami Sam. That's the homie. She asks, if you could change something about your past, whether it be about you or an interaction, what would it be? I think I would be very nice to people and not be so selfish, you know. Next question comes from Elizabeth Donnelly. So, like, are you making posters now? Because do that, please, if you're not. I don't know. I feel like it's kind of weird to have some pictures of us on the wall, on your wall or something. Maybe at some point I'll like feel less weird about it. Um, could be cool though. I don't know. They're kind of cheap, kind of not. Could be cool. the homie, the homie Moon Monkey asks, "Do you have a crush on anyone?" No, I do not have a crush on anyone. Um, Life is really good this way. Instagram user Luigi asks, "What bands influenced you the most?" I'd say like locally, I would say the Voxes and Fovea. Um, but like on a broad scale, I would say King Cruel, um, Mac DeMarco, and just anything oldies, surf rock stuff. Luigi also asks, when did you start playing and making music? I started playing. I started making music. I like to tell people I did it in 2022, but that's a complete lie. I like really started in like 2020, no, 2019, I would say. Like my freshman year of high school, last year of middle school, I started really making stuff and it was cool. I got bullied a lot for it in school actually. Uh my ex-girlfriend who hated my guts just put it on display and it was like, "Oh no." But I think because of that, I got I like wanted to get better to be like, "Nah, fuck that." And I started playing music in 2022 like live around that time. Instagram user Diadolin, the homie, asks fart or piss. Um, that's a hard one. Cause they both feel really good. I'd have to say fart though, cause after you fart, you kind of feel a little bit better. Luigi asks again, what do you want your listeners to feel with your music? Do you know this question? I don't really know how to answer this question, cause I don't know. It's just kind of like it's up for your interpretation. Um, I feel a certain way about my music, and I guess like if you feel, I guess just kind of trying to feel what I felt, or maybe it helps you just get through whatever you're going through. Like I just want you guys to enjoy the music, and if you don't, you don't. Um, yeah, I don't know. That's a horrible. I hate answering that question. Blow these bubbles asks, it's day 64 and no tabs. Where they at? First of all, this guy has been asking me for a very long time. It's not even day 64 anymore, I bet. He's been asking me for tabs till I always end up crying, and I'm just like, nah. Maybe someday. Liz asks, dream collab? And what was it like playing your first live show? My dream collab would definitely be with King Cruel. Like, hands down. Or Mac DeMarco. It'd probably be with those two fellers. Um, and playing my first live show, um, it was actually at this school called Voss in the San Fernando Valley, Granada Hills area, and we were playing for this event that they threw, called Vosscella, and there was a lot of people, and it was crazy, and it felt great. It was weird. It was like I immediately got hooked on wanting just to play live more. So yeah, it was great. Very nerve wracking. I was very nervous, but we did it and it was awesome. Instagram user Infected Thumb asks, how do you feel about? I don't know. She also asks, do you listen to your own music? If so, why? Yes, I do. I listen to my oh my god. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. I listen to my own music all the time, and I feel like artists that don't, it's, I mean, I get why you wouldn't, but for me it's always like I have to be my own fan, you know? Like I have to be the one that enjoys my music before anyone else. Or else it's like what am I doing? So, yeah, I listen to my music all the time. I'm like constantly getting it on my Spotify Wrapped or on AirBuds. I'm always like my top listener. Um and yeah, I just always do it. I it makes me feel like accomplished. Like I'll listen to it and I'll be like, wow, this is what I'm like in my head. I'm thinking, wow, this is like what other people are thinking about when they're listening to my music, and I wonder how it affects them and all that bullshit. Instagram user when my beauty is gone, who is the same person as infected thumb, asks, "What's your favorite animal?" I would say dogs. Instagram user who I'm gonna block out because it's my mom asks, "Can you please wash the dishes and throw away the trash? Love, mom." I don't think I did it that day, but today or yesterday I did. So you're welcome, mom. Infected Thumb asks again, "Is there a specific genre you'd want to experiment with?" Probably shoegaze, but that's never gonna happen. Or maybe just something more like hardcore, you know, something more hardcore, and I'll be like, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. It really just depends. Instagram user whatever the thing says, "What would you do if when you okay so she said yes would go?" Louberry asks, "When's the collab?" Yes. Louberry also asks, "Who's your favorite BTS member?" I don't know. Snow Leopard asks, "What was your initial intention when you began making music? What gravitated you to this genre too?" Um, my yeah, my initial intention was to fit in. Actually, um, I had a really rough childhood of not being able to fit in with other people. And I mean, I still kind of feel that way now. I feel very isolated in my thoughts and who I am as a person. Um, and a part of me was like I need something. I need a creative output to tell people that I'm normal. Or you know, it's like I want to be able to I want to be able to be liked, you know, and to feel a part of something. Yeah. So that was why I really wanted to start making music because I was like, dude, I'm just a loser. Like let me let me make some stuff. And also it was just like I was constantly growing around my mom, my uncle playing music, my aunt. Just they're always playing music and I was always, you know, into it. And indie rock just because that's kind of what was popping off at the time and it still kind of is, and you know, I really like it. It's really nice. Instagram user Brian HTDG asks sex question mark? Male. The hair mommy asks, "What's your favorite song out of all your music?" And I'd say Janet. The Dade Tacos asks, "Do you play for other bands?" Yeah, I play lead guitar for Shirley Tempo, every now and then, whenever I can. And then I play bass for Enoch Alvarez, who's my bassist for Diego. Um, that's pretty much it. Daxton asks favorite chords. Uh, I don't know. Instagram user Dave Oid asks, "Can you bend it backwards at a 45-degree angle when you shred your guitar on stage?" No. Instagram user Noobcat asks, "Thoughts on anime?" I mean, I kind of watched it when I was like younger, but I was never really fully into it. I don't mind it. Instagram user Evie Loves asks, "Are any of you single?" Um, and I responded on the Instagram, yes, or yeah, we're all single and really afraid of women. Instagram user Kramer.movie asks, movie, "What's your least favorite song you've made?" And don't say placeholder. Placeholder. Instagram user PP Shitters asks, "What brand is your microwave?" Don't know. Instagram user Sean Umino asks, "What about men?" Yeah. Ugly Rat 20 asks, "Can we be best friends?" We can be homies. We can be friends. I don't know about best friends though. Instagram user Kaidaru. I've never been able to say their name right. Kaidaru. They're amazing. They make amazing music. Definitely go check them out. We might be doing a collab soon. They ask, y'all sell feet pics. Yes, actually, and that's how we fund the tours. Instagram user Persona non grata asks OnlyFans when. Persona non grata is pretty cool. He makes really good music, and maybe tomorrow. Instagram user Evie Loves asks, I seriously want to be friends with you guys. Yeah, dude, let's be friends. Instagram user Trashing in the Water asks, can I bark for y'all at the LA show? Do whatever you want. Just don't be weird about it. Instagram user 1 out of 10 asks, can we open for y'all? Nah. I'm just kidding. I don't know. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Instagram user Liz asks, no question, just please come to DC. Hopefully soon. Instagram user Suds, that's the homie Sabrina, asks, best Mario Kart character. I said Shy Guy. Evie Loves asks, how did you all meet? We met, well, I met Enoch through mutual friends, and then, like, Enoch was friends with Daniel, and we got Daniel in the band, and then Matt's in the scene. He was playing drums, and then we got Joey. We just found him because we put out a flyer for a lead guitarist. Instagram user Toasty Baby asks, "Do it jiggle?" Um, on good days, yeah. So that's all the questions that you guys asked me. This was really cool. Maybe I'll do this again another time. Um, some really good questions. I hope that answered some stuff. Current news right now is we have a tour coming up. Starts May 23rd, little West Coast run. We're opening for Shirley Tempo. Joining us is also Rangu. And then when we come back from the tour, we have our first, or not our first, but our first really big headlining show at the Lodge Room. So I hope it goes good. I hope I don't flop and nobody pulls up. So, yeah.